Hello! So today I am deciding to do a look from Kiss Me More by Doja Cat and SZA. This is that look that Doja Cat had, at least my interpretation. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this, or just want to watch me chit chat, here's the video. Oh my god. Alright, so today I'm gonna be doing this whole look from makeup that I already have and Family Dollar. It's down the street from where I live. Not trying to spend a whole bunch of money on cosplay at the moment, so we'll see what happens. I am just going to change into the outfit and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have already washed and prepped my skin. I used like some cream skincare. I'm almost out. See, and then like this Laneige water bank. This is okay. I used it around my eyes and mouth and stuff. I got it in a birthday set at Sephora. I don't think I would be repurchasing that, honestly. Like, it's way too expensive for me to feel like it's mediocre. So while I'm doing this, I think I'm gonna talk a little bit about like how this year has been so far. It's been kind of like insane. It's just been so crazy. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's like media propaganda that's telling me, hey, this year has been so crazy. Like, I don't know, like in reality, like how much crazier this year is than like most years, because let's be honest, like how long has Israel been like bombing and terrorizing the Gaza Strip? Since as long as I've even fathomed what current events were, honestly. So like, I feel like this year maybe it's being acknowledged a little bit more, but honestly, like, how much more is really happening? I mean, there's really only one more thing, and that's like, you know, obviously a global pandemic. And so like, I feel like that's got a lot of people's like attention. And like, you know, clearly people are inside, the people meaning me are inside of the house more often. You know, and other people too, clearly, but and so like, we're just kind of recognizing, hey, like, we're not the only people that are having like a terrible time. I'm having a terrible time right now. And like right now I'm just color correcting under my eyes. I use my fingers for like literally everything except for powder. Like, and if I could use powder with my fingers, I would. I love putting on makeup with my fingers. I don't know if that's like a bad thing, a good thing, or what. But yeah, that color correction was the NYX Conceal Correct Contour. This thing is well loved, as you can probably tell. I like a lot of like drugstore stuff, because like a lot of the time if I'm like buying some like higher end stuff, like I really feel the need to try to justify the price. It's like, why did I just pay $60 for that face cream? So right now I'm like reverse contouring. I was kind of like evening out my skin tone a little bit with the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. Oh, I didn't even know it had broad spectrum SPF in it. I just got it because the person at Ulta told me that I should. Which, you know, I really wish that the people at Ulta could make all of my life decisions for me. I'm listening to this audiobook. It's called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I don't know who it's by. I just chose to read it because I heard it was good. And honestly, I was fucking depressed and I was looking for any reason to feel better. Alright. So I powdered like my nasal labial folds with this e.l.f. contour palette. I just mix the colors until it makes a skin tone. Alright, so now we're going into the new stuff. I'm low-key excited. I used to wear makeup to school every day in high school. Like, yes, part of that was insecurity. You know, after a while, I feel like it just turned into really genuine interest because I started to realize like how much makeup really is a little bit more of an art. I'm just gonna put it in different places to brighten up my face a little bit. What was I talking about? Was I talking about the Gaza Strip? Like, where did I even leave off at? It's hard for me to even keep track. Okay, and that's another thing. So, because I have been mentally struggling, I like went to, I don't know if anybody else saw that, that on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, but I have started going to a therapist because I really just don't want to be a drag in my everyday life. And like every time I go to a therapist, they always, that seems to be highlighted. I'm just gonna bring it around the sides of my mouth too, so my chin isn't just extra highlighted. Even though Doja is like a fellow pointy chinned person, I feel like I'm pretty pointy chinned, honestly. But anyway, I started going to a therapist and they always ask me like, oh, well, do you have anyone you can talk to? And I'm like, well, yeah, but is there anyone that I want to let know that I'm struggling so severely? Absolutely not. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, like I every once in a while will just like put something like really real on Facebook, but for some reason, like person to person, just telling people everything that's going wrong in my life, like I just feel really uncomfortable doing that. And I can't bring myself to do it. Like even like my closest family members, it's just like, ew, like why would I tell you like the worst thing that's going on with me right now unless I'm gonna die, because I know you have like your own shit going on, and I'm sure there's like some kind of like psychological phenomenon explaining that. I just haven't found it yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the e.l.f. jelly highlighter, and her look is really glowy and it goes right down her cheekbone. I hate this. Like blending this is such a pain in the butt. Okay, I feel like something is happening. Something is happening here. It looks like I'm trying to like sneak up on myself. If anyone ever happens to watch this ever and they also like coincidentally know something about highlighter, you know, that information would be greatly appreciated. So feel free to hit me up and just let me know like how. Just start from the beginning. Just how. I'm just gonna go like back in my contour, the e.l.f. contour palette, and it literally looks like it's like just like this. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had this. What? Oh my god, dust really? I was just doing that for comedic effect, but dust really came off of there. I am horrified. I think I'm gonna put more highlight just because it looks like she's really highlighted. Ooh. It kind of looks good. A little bit. Just like more. Just more. This is a very highlighted look. I'm gonna end up looking like a trophy after this. And then it even looks like she has like a little bit right on her chin. And then like she has some like even on her shoulders. Whenever people do this on social media, they're just like, ooh, ooh. I just made a freaking mess. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna use some shea butter. Call it a day. Okay. So I don't have a cream blush, which is what it looks like she's wearing. But I do have this e.l.f. contour palette. And there's orange. And I'm just gonna like, it looks like it just goes straight up. And it like blends with the highlight and everything. It just goes whoosh. There's a little bit on the apple, but it's mostly like straight up. And it looks like quite a bit of blush too. I think blush is probably like my favorite part of makeup. So I'm gonna reinforce this with some, oh! I tried to do that thing where you like tap the excess powder off, but I really got under my knuckle. Anyway, okay, I'm not sure how this is looking on camera, but in person, it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, but I'm gonna just go ahead and reinforce this with another e.l.f. palette, the blush palette. They don't really have complex names like all the fancy makeup. Looks like there's just like a little bit right there. It's just like blush palette. You want blush. This is a palette. It's a blush palette. Like that's basically what e.l.f. is saying. How's this looking? It's looking all right. I'm gonna put some glittery blush on. Oh, that was too much. Oh, that was way too much. Okay, I'm gonna have to calm down. First, I'm gonna put on a little bit of a flesh tone powder to blend that out. This edges got a little harsh. Ew. Yeah, let's just soften this a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I went all the way down to my car to get the rest of my makeup because this was getting a little bit like abstract, I'm not gonna lie. Now this looks more blended than this right here, so I'm just gonna do what I did on that side just to make sure it's even and then go from there. Okay, so I think that I have accidentally blended myself into something passable. Next, I'm gonna go to brows. This is an e.l.f. like it's some kind of like pomade stick kind of thing, and it just lays down the eyebrow hair. So I think that might end up being a little bit better than just brow gel, because it's gonna be able to like lay down the brows completely. Okay, so I just spooled through my eyebrows and then put another layer of the pomade, and then I found this. I'm gonna smell like my grandma. I'm unlocking childhood memories with this air spun loose powder. This used to be my freaking go-to, okay? But next I'm gonna take this same concealer palette and like color correct my eyebrows. I've never done anything like this before. Like no type of like graphic makeup ever. I usually leave that up to my best friend Kayla. We're breaking out the Airspun again. I feel like I'm on Drag Race and I'm excited about that feeling because I haven't felt that way, like I said, since high school. I felt like when I was in high school, I felt like I was in drag every day. Like it kind of almost looks like I blocked my brow out. That's kind of crazy. Let me highlight it. Maybe that'll like conceal it even more. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Okay. Did that. Okay. So now we're going to go to the brows. And it's like more of a straight brow. So I'm just gonna draw one straight line, straight back. Look, don't judge me. I don't have specific makeup organizing. I think that's gonna be my next purchase. That was actually part of having ADHD apparently, is like just having difficulty organizing. And I can definitely relate to that. I'm gonna use the concealer brush to try to clean it up. And make it straight. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other brow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so both eyebrows are straight. I don't think I did too bad of a job. Now I'm gonna go to the eyes, and the eyes look pretty simple. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some concealer on my lid. I have like kind of like pigmented eyelids a little bit. So I'm just gonna make that kind of like light. And it looks like it gets really light in here. So I'm just really gonna focus some brightness in this inner corner. And just like tap anything out to blend it. And then it looks like it actually like comes all the way out to the edge. All right, bam. And then the next thing is, it looks like there's like, first let me just set that cream with like a light, this powder. There is like pink. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna just try to get a lot of pigment because I want it to match and go into the blush, almost like one seamless kind of flush. So once I build up the color, I'm just gonna drag it around. And I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, and then it looks like just literally like a bronzer or a brown shadow through the socket for depth. Again, I'm just using the contour palette. I end up reusing a lot of the same tool. Really thin line, and then like this ever so slightest wing. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm literally just lining the top. Alright, so this is Editing Janae, and I'm gonna speed this part up. I got a call from a family member, just checking in on me and just being so nice. So I am literally I put my hair in 2 pigtails. I used some Let's Jam to smooth it down the best I could. Here I'm stopping to talk a bunch of mess and gossip. I'm working on that. And then I take a piece of my hair and wrap it around the hairband. And then I put my hair into a plait. Alright, and then I take a bobby pin and then I try to make it stand up, kind of how Doja's does in the video. Okay, good enough. That's how it got the pat of approval. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing on the other side, and listen, I don't have any baby hairs. All of my hair is teenage and older, so I'm doing the very best I can to pull out the hairs that are at least a little bit shorter and try to do something with it. I have type 4 hair. It doesn't really lay down unless I'm like really trying to get it to lay down. I don't know where my gorilla snot went. That's part of, just having people that you live with, is like sometimes your hair products walk away and sometimes their hair products walk into your room too. That's just the nature of the beast. Okay, this part you can tell I am pretty deep into the tea, and then I quickly pivot back into lining my lips, and I just use that brown contour color in the concealer palette for a lip liner and use a clear gloss over top. And there we go. I mean, aside from the lashes, this is pretty much the look. I think I had to do lashes off camera. I just have really curly lashes, so it can be kind of difficult to put the lash on top. Oh, it's magically on there. I forgot about that part. Okay, and then I'm putting the clear gloss on my eyelid to do that like glossy lid look. That was redundant, but you get what I'm talking about. Okay, one of my lovely family members just called me and checked in on me, and they were just talking to me about just like grief and like some difficult things that are happening because of that. And yeah, I mean, just being really supportive. And of course I was super awkward, but one thing I'm learning, when it comes to like coping with my social anxiety, is that I don't have to have like the perfect thing to say, and I don't have to be perfect in the conversation. I just have to, be present, do my best, and be interested in what people are saying. And so as long as those criteria are met, it works out. But that person really devoted some time to me just now emotionally, and I'm just really grateful to not be so alone in this life. So thank you everybody who has been supporting me through like the most bizarre transition in my life. Thank you, and I'm just gonna try to do my best to hold space for people the way that they have held space for me. So I'm just very grateful. But yeah, so I dug in. I'm just gonna take a minute and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay, last thing were the claws. Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. And this is the final look. Tell me how you think I did. And this was, again, so much fun to make, and I hope it was fun to watch. Oh man, I forgot to put shea butter on my shoulders. Hold up. Gotta complete the look. Ooh, okay, there we go. Shine, shine. Okay. Hold on, let me get the other one. Hi. Have you seen Kiss Me More by Doja Cat? Tell me if I fit the vibes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
I love this. Just your whole outfit thing. I love it.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I love doing cosplay. I do it all the time on like TikTok. So
That's so cool. What's your TikTok name? Would you by chance happen to listen to Doja Cat?
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see what Lim thinks.
Okay, what you got going on?
Uh-huh.
All right, and I see Doja over there, whatever. I'm like, oh, so this what we doing?
Yeah.
And then, you pop up, and I'm like, Doja better not see this.
Stop. I'm sure she would love
redid
it.
her shit. Ain't going well. I mean, you should have did her look for all that. You should have just been in the video. You did a real good job. You got your own little spice to you. So I'm biased.
Hey. All right then.
Biased.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what it be like. Well,
Woo, so I saw what I got these nails on. I don't know how to act. What is going on? Anyway. Alright, so I think that's enough shenanigans for tonight with this whole look. It is 11:49, so I'm gonna take all this off and I'm gonna go to bed.